Oh my God, I don't want to see that.
He's doing it. He's like, fuck. He goes, I don't need a car. I don't need a car.
Oh, holy shit! Jesus fucking Christ!
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Sean Tank Top. I'm over here at Cotside Tank Top. I'm hanging out with Scott Kane. What's going on there, babe?
Just living, man. Really looking forward to the first season's finale
Yes.
of Daredevil Born Again. Sean and I have been doing this show. We were kind of reminiscing briefly before we started recording. Came in with high expectations, and I'm going into this finale excited. I don't know what this episode is going to bring, but I've already considered this to be a worthwhile, fun thing to check out. It maybe in comparison to like Secret Wars or other giant bombs.
Yeah. There's been some other stuff. I mean, like I'll say this. I think between this and like what was it, Agatha All Along?
Yeah.
Which I liked that show quite a bit. Yeah. I really did. Like, yeah. I mean, I think obviously it's going for like I'll give it this. It has an identity,
yes,
and a vibe that it's really trying to serve. It's like we're going after like the witchy kind of queer coded, kooky, fun, like the Craft type girlies,
a magical and powerful demographic.
And again, if that's anything that we can ask of like a Marvel property, is that it has a sense of identity.
That's right.
And so, and I do think that this show has had, even given all of its production, apparent production woes, but I think that they should feel relatively proud of being able to kind of wrangle some of the things that they thought were a problem, and that I want, and again, I wonder if we're some of the things where we're just like, oh, that was like a little kind of like unceremonious, or oh, this like wasn't as strong, or blah blah blah, or whatever it is. Them kind of compressing some of that stuff and then bookending it with this stronger reshoot material.
I'm inclined,
which
to
is
agree.
what I think, and I'm under the impression that we are like with the last episode and most of the first episode and this episode, we are in like
total reshoot.
Firm reshoot bill.
Yeah.
We obviously abhorred the idea of the very notion of this task force, but the last episode was kind of the first time that they really kind of started throwing their weight around. It shows how little they give a fuck, how entitled they are. He's looking at the police commissioner in the face, and it's like, I'm just gonna fucking torture and assault this guy in front of you, and I don't care if you say no or not. You know what I mean?
Without the integrity of the law, cops are just thugs with guns.
Yeah.
And
they're just another gang.
We're seeing that in this show.
Yeah.
It's disappointing. Obviously, it's also extremely timely.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in the United States.
Yeah.
And I don't root for cop violence. That's not my goal. I think that's like a very dumb position to have. But what I will say is we've been counting
on cop violence, though?
Well, yeah. Well, we've been counting on this entire season.
Yeah.
Frank Castle showing up and murking a bunch of corrupt cops who he would hate more than anyone else, right? Like, he just would despise them. And that remains my prediction for this episode.
And then this kind of interesting kind of twist that we've had, maybe not a twist, but I mean, I think like with all like, I don't know if I could call it a surprise, but it was a nice like revelation. It was like, it was fucking Vanessa who ordered the hit.
Yeah.
Who got fucking Foggy killed. That changes the dynamics of a couple of different things, including makes it a little more complicated for Wilson. The fact that like Matt took a bullet for him,
right?
And the fact that his
old wife essentially started
his old lady like is like, I don't know if it was necessarily under his guise, but certainly people were relatively inclined to think that it was him that did it.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and for him to like kick up a lot of this fucking heat, and shit like that
for the gain of nothing from his perspective.
Or just like something like, I mean, and again, also, and from her perspective, she didn't know whether he was there or not or whatever. She was just taking care of business, but it makes it more complicated. And we had this fucking fantastic, like melodramatic dancing.
That was wild.
Shit, like, it was super fun. And then we got a bullseye in the mix.
I love the bullseye.
Which is
I want more bullseye.
And again, just like I think we've introduced a wild card into this story, and then I think going back to the Frank Castle thing, we need to introduce the other wild card.
Oh man, he's the Joker,
and
if you will. Boom.
right. He's the Joker, but a flag with bang does not come out.
That's
of his
right.
hand.
Yeah.
I'm ready
to
rock this shit. You ready to jump
Let's
into
do it? Can't wait.
Yeah, man. All right, we appreciate y'all very much for hanging out with us as we have gone through Daredevil, Born Again. If you guys want to get early and uncut access to a bunch of other stuff, because the thing that's happened right now, because this was the other reason I think that they compressed and they did like a couple 2 episodes here, 2 episodes there, whatever, is because Andor is coming out next week.
Word, yeah.
Andor's dropping on Tuesdays, coming up here. We're going to be rocking those. Me and the Draces are going to be rocking all 3 episodes, because they're dropping them 3 at a time.
Oh, that's kind of clever.
An arc a week, I think, because that's kind of what it was. Again, from a content creator standpoint, I would just appreciate, like maybe 12 weeks of traction as opposed to a month.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
And also less shit to literally edit and do. But I'm excited. I love that show.
It was great.
It's one
Andor
of my
1 is great. Watch it.
It's one of the best things that Disney Plus has ever produced. One of the best things that Star Wars in the whole of its existence has ever produced, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna be super locked in. That's what you guys are gonna get early and uncut access to if you stay on the premium streaming tier, the $8 tier. So we hope you guys consider doing that. But if you can't do that, just want to help us out. Also, as a little treat, because we ain't done with this shit, we're scheduling the edit to come after.
Oh.
This guy had never seen the 2003 Daredevil, Mark Steven Johnson directed mass torpedoes over there. I know, bold words, my friend.
Yeah.
But but if you guys want to see this Daredevil fanatic, having never seen the Ben Affleck version, and you guys want to see what our reaction is, it's rowdy, it's funny,
it's good.
There's fucking blind juice in it. There's a ton of
juice.
There's like a ton of great shit in it. So if you guys want to see all that stuff, you just got to hit us up at the premium streaming tier, $8 tier. You get a ton of stuff over there for a pretty damn fair price. But if you can't do that, you still want to help us out, say this with a like, subscribe, ring the bell thingy, because that shit always helps. It never fucking hurts. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us.
I like this music.
It's interesting.
Grew up deer hunting. Yeah.
Oh shit!
All right. We'll get an explanation vis-a-vis Foggy now.
Release.
So she got him fucking sprung.
Wow. Criminal justice system really not impressing me right now. So his name is Bullseye, okay?
Yeah.
Let's let him out on the streets.
Kill someone.
Oh man.
Maybe he's trying to like be better or whatever.
That's
you know?
the impression.
Like, no, go for it.
Escape the past, feel we.
Sympathy for Poindexter.
Would shine unwanted light in some of my business practices.
It's like starting to sound like him. She's wearing white.
Yeah.
Like she almost is taking on these weird.
That's right. The
flavors
affects of the kingpin. Yeah. I get the impression Poindexter might be a little drugged up right now.
Yeah,
too.
That's true. No, again, very
Very
heavily medicated.
I mean, they're obviously life-saving.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So that is such bullshit because they make you go like this, you show right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's powerful from a storytelling.
Right. Because I'm sure she's like, oh wait.
Yeah, so we're Vanessa kind of coming off as a piece of shit.
Yeah, dude. Vanessa has to die this episode.
No way. You think so?
What's gonna set off the Kingpin in full Kingpinning mode?
Yeah, that would be the most precious thing for him, right?
You're free.
There's that blue color.
Yeah, they love bringing that blue shit in.
They keep using the blue for Bullseye.
It's interesting because he has a very navy blue, like kind of onesie. It's like his suit.
Yes,
basically.
that's right. Woo! Alrighty.
All right.
So we're gonna do our comic book recommendation for today. I took a nap before we recorded today, so I didn't have a lot of time to look for everything. I picked up this kind of funny one-off from Neil Gaiman. It's called Marvel 1602. It's pretty cool. It's a throwback to like all the famous Marvel characters in Elizabethan England.
If you're able to find a Neil Gaiman publication from here on out, given everything that's come out of it, are you not aware?
No.
Monstar. You didn't know? And also,
I don't follow
he's written a lot of crazy shit. I mean, like, I'm talking like Monstar. I'm not gonna
like I was saying, I've always thought that Neil Gaiman was a monster. This is comedy. I did not mean to do this.
Dude,
it's a fun story about Elizabethan England.
Okay, well, no. Again, when I saw it in the corner, I was like, my boy is flying close to the sun right here. But like, I just figured I'd let you know.
Oh man, foot in mouth on television. That's great. I don't know. Yeah.
You didn't know.
I did not know.
You didn't know.
Oh yeah, he's in the hospital.
Karen?
What did he say?
He said Karen.
Oh my god.
That's brutal.
It's like, no, I meant you were being a super nag.
I heard someone scream gun and I just reacted. Poindexter?
He's still at large.
He's got to play dumb right now. Right?
Yeah.
Listen, the case Foggy was working on, can you get me access to it from here?
And she's having, he doesn't know that she's like their fucking counselor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she's
that's
kind
right.
of, she just came back and she's like, holy shit. Like,
Do you remember anything else from that night?
oh
I'm glad to see Kirsten get some screen
god.
time.
A little more utility within
Yeah.
the story, I think, which is nice.
A motion to dismiss. I have to see it.
We can move billions.
Maybe even make a
Gallo.
coin, a Doge coin, right before my inaugurating. No, that's what fucking,
Yeah.
that's what dipshit did.
Yeah.
It should be like, it
I heard someone describe it as the most naked pay-to-play access to political power in history. I don't know. She's clearly cares about him, even though I think it's obvious that the relationship will not work out.
Yeah, I think it's kind of.
I will point out again, I find Dr. Heather being like, I want to hang out with masked vigilantes. Then she does, and she hates it, and now she hates them. It'd be kind of a silly,
like very
silly storyline.
Sir, that not only goes against the operating principles of the NYPD, it's illegal. I mean, next you'll be condoning the use of lethal force.
I think this guy's having second thoughts.
Yeah. There you go.
I want the bridges shut down. I want the tunnels.
It's a Lori Lightfoot shout out.
A lone gunman, but to seal the city, you need a large-scale, real and present threat to public
Let's make
safety.
one.
That's right, yeah. I mean, again, I just...
Your concerns are noted.
Yeah. I think that probably the average Daredevil viewer understands the analogies here to what's happening in real life, and I appreciate Disney or Netflix or whomever swinging for that.
Yeah,
it's
go
good.
for it.
It's good to paint Wilson Fisk ordering "I don't care about due process" as the objective fucking villain.
Yeah.
In this show, you know.
Yeah.
So,
And you know what else? And who gives, say something. We're in fucking fucked up, weird, serious ass times.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say something.
go ahead and stand
Go ahead
up to
and say
fascism.
something.
I don't know.
That's totally fine with
Try
me.
it. Try it on. See how it feels.
Yeah. The reason we got here is because everybody's like, I don't want to think about politics.
That's right. I know. And now we got Wilson Fisk as mayor.
Or just
Yeah.
succumb to his wounds he sustained by trying to save the mayor. In this case, a dead hero is better than a live vigilante.
Man, just doing some evil shit here,
Oh, yeah.
huh?
Even the fact that he saved his life doesn't matter.
I know, that's like amazing to me because Fisk, it's interesting once you break through to him, like he can become very emotional and protective
Yeah.
of people.
Right.
But he just treats almost the entire world other than Vanessa with an infinite contempt and coldness.
Or just like,
I guess
as
his
soon as there's
mentor,
a-
his
right.
mentee figures too. that
As
he
soon
takes
as
on.
there's a turn to where you're in the way of his goal,
Yeah,
it's over.
it's over.
It's over.
That's right.
Sometimes our reactions are worse than the offenses that cause them.
Sheila
Right.
being right.
Right? He's gonna have maybe,
He's gonna fire her, maybe.
or like have her killed and blame it on somebody as another way to seal the like that's like this is an ongoing
Yeah, crisis.
terrorist attack.
Right.
Label them terrorists, and then you can do whatever the fuck
There
you
you
want to
go.
do.
That's exactly
Just needs
right.
a little push. They'll come to us with open arms.
And what would that push?
Boss, you're sounding like
Literal-
an evil monologue.
You're literally right. You're standing next to a big window. I'm getting some fucking Selena Kyle vibes right here. I don't know if he'll necessarily do it, but
Who in my staff is loyal and who is not?
Loyalty test in the government.
loyalty test,
Wonderful.
like,
People
yeah,
talk to you.
cornerstone of any great executive.
I heard that like the federal government was asking certain employees when they had their MAGA moment. That like saying, when did you begin to love the MAGA movement or something like that? It's psychotic. It's ridiculous. Deeply unlawful.
Home. On your way out, can you send in our friend from Con Ed?
Chicago has a famous utility provider called ComEd that is involved in a lot of scandals.
But
So-
calling it Con Ed
yeah,
is pretty
Con
great.
Ed is pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Lots of convictions.
I'm almost positive I've heard that being lauded.
That's
at,
right.
At ComEd.
Yeah, body armored, armed
Yeah.
policemen outside the mayor's door.
Get well soon. Oh shit.
It's gotta be
Fuck
nice.
up this motherfucker Buck, dude.
So here you are. You're the fucking resistance in the civil service.
I mean, you see what's happening.
Yeah, Gallo's smart.
I know. First he gets the force. Crime spikes, probably due to friends of his. And then
causes the problem,
rogue cops into
mildly reinstitute the things that he took away to cause said problem, and then claims victory.
Victory over his own incompetence. So yeah, Buck coming in to murder Matt Murdock.
He is about to get a fucking like.
But he knows he's Daredevil, so he knows this is not going to be that easy, right?
Does he know?
The Kingpin does.
You would think that he would tell him, but I don't know.
It's material information for this hit job,
absolutely
right?
But I guess he's thinking he's out to lunch, he's hospitalized.
He might be medicated, yeah.
Easy to take down.
But if you need me to put in a word, you got it.
Appreciate that, Sheila.
So Sheila's like the one like talking to like the Washington Post.
Oh, a little jokey pokey.
Oh, so he's gonna go through the IV.
You silly bitch. You're only aiding Matthew Murdock.
Oh, he cut off the whole Con Ed. Oh, damn. This is how we get like the big emergency.
The engineered
thing.
emergency, yeah.
Yeah.
Good timing. Oh
man. Please be, okay.
There you go, Matt.
I was half expecting him to be perched in like the corner or something like that, like Spider-Man.
No, Matt Murdock walking out there, ass cheeks flowing in the breeze, you know.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they tie the city emergency thing to the assassination attempt. It makes both work a little bit better.
Yeah. It makes it more believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, like 2% of New York is going to be like, I fucking love that the mayor turned the lights off. Fuck yeah.
Like 10%.
Yeah, art of the deal.
No. He just said we got to take this L right quick, and then it's going to get better over time. You just got to give it time. It's like, really? Because last time,
Fox News told me I don't really like electricity anyways.
Yeah,
so,
right.
You're pretty much the last person I expected to find here.
Gotta be.
You know
there
it.
he is.
Let me tell you something, Fred. Let me tell you something, Red.
You got nothing to make a goddamn pot of coffee. Nightgown man.
What about you? Aftershave and a haircut? That all for me? Thought this wasn't your fight?
Yeah, well, I got a phone call, changed my
There
mind.
we go.
Care to be more specific?
Karen.
I do not.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
They have a connection. I mean, she might have said something to him. I'm not sure.
Right now, they come up here, I'm not playing patty cake with these fanboys. I'm chopping them up.
This is good language for Frank Castle.
It's exactly what the fuck he was saying.
I think John Barenthal is a better actor than Frank Castle demands, but he does that role extremely well.
100%.
Yeah. And that's Cole North, right?
Yeah.
He ends up becoming a good detective in
There we
the
go.
comics.
I think, and they've been painting him as being like, oh, you can see because you can see the stars because there's no city lights in New York. That's kind of cool.
Clever.
Idea.
A little light pollution. Oh, this is gonna be so bloody.
I'm excited.
Oh, I'm nervous. Oh my god, I hate it.
Yeah.
I absolutely fucking hate it.
Dumb.
I think he's gonna say I'm done with this.
I think no. I
shit."
think they've been painting him as being like kind of like a little on the fence about it.
This looks like a SEALs Take.
And he has a
SEAL
very
Team
kind of-
6
right.
thing. Oh!
Oh, they're both at it. Here we go. Let's go. Oh my god!
Woo! Oh!
Ooh.
Oh! Oh, that's grotesque.
Oh, that's rough. Oh my god!
Frank, stop. Yeah, Matt.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
no, it's like one of those ones. Oh. Oh shit!
That is wild.
Oh, like they're both brutal. One's just fucking like putting the picture wrap on it.
I
you
think
know what
putting
mean?
4 extra bullets.
Ooh.
Oh, that's well shot.
Oh,
that's really
cool.
good. That's really
cool.
good.
And his whole. And Matt's be like, I need to incapacitate these guys as quick as I can because Frank will murder them.
He will kill him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got him, Frank.
You know. Scooped it. A scoop.
Baskin Robbins, bitch. Oh,
shit.
I bet Matt's gonna save Cole's life. Holy shit.
Damn.
That was wild. That was what I expected.
It
That
was
was
exactly
awesome.
what we expected.
That's fucking awesome.
We found your guy.
You think it was literally him?
I mean,
I thought it was that fucking one dickhead who's
The
like,
Italian
Hey, yeah, hey, I'm a
stereotype.
fucking dickhead. What's my name? You know what I mean? Like,
Frank Castle's here.
oh shit.
what are you gonna do, Matt?
You killed Hector Ayala.
They definitely did. There's no doubt about it.
I mean, this group of guys
Yeah.
did that.
Do what you gotta do.
Oh wow.
I still with my own. I can die easy.
What a thug kind of thing to say.
I mean,
that's
yeah.
amazing.
Like, but. Yeah.
I noticed that Frank picked up the walkie. Maybe he's gonna, I don't know, intercept messages or something.
No. He's gonna make a roll call.
Oh.
I want to guys set up a meeting. Your president wants to talk with you.
Oh my God, that's wild.
I mean, they look up to him and they don't fucking.
They don't understand.
They
him.
don't. They fundamentally misunderstand this guy.
Yes.
Like all of you fucking weirdos out there.
It's not what I want.
Hey, get in front of a bull for this piece of shit, too?
Yeah,
That's what you do
dude.
now, hero?
He's not worth it, Frank.
Worth it. How about him? He worth it?
What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Shut up!
Grenade. Huh? Run!
Fuck out. Who is it? Yo!
So all those cops just got incinerated by their own grenade. That's wild.
It's very possible. We'll see. I wonder. That's kind of crazy. Because again, they
Could
were.
be bullseye, I guess.
Well, they
but
were. Yeah. True. Oh, they're toast.
I think.
Yeah. So the one guy who I thought was maybe gonna fucking.
Yeah.
Maybe not break bad or have second thoughts. Unless he survives it.
Karen Page in a sedan, in a Honda sedan.
Yeah.
There we go.
Fuck yeah, dude.
She's back.
Let's go.
Come on. Get in.
Can we get chicken wings?
Right.
Can we get mozzarella sticks?
Mom, can we get extra giardiniera sauce with our mozzarella sticks? You know, I like to triple dip.
It's interesting. We started the season with Karen and Matt on a friendly, maybe flirty, but definitely not romantic bent.
Yeah.
I wonder what we're gonna do with that.
How about you, Red? You want some coffee?
Got any oat milk?
He's asking him, do you have any milk, like off it's oat milk? That's hilarious.
And it was a hit.
I know, Frank. I was kind of hoping for a matcha.
Vanessa.
Inspector Gadget bullshit? It's not for me. You guys can show yourselves out.
It's just such a deeply unpleasant man,
Yeah.
incapable of feeling like
Right,
love or
right,
intimacy
right.
or warmth.
I'm not buying it.
Ooh, she's gonna hold him accountable.
I don't believe you don't care.
She's so gorgeous,
She's
man.
great, man.
Beautiful woman.
You asked me for a favor. I did it.
Look at him. Look at that puppy dog, long face.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you called this from the get-go. I recall that Karen brought out a tenderness in Frank
Yeah.
that you don't see with other people.
That Matt can't even really
Yeah.
get at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Matt
Like,
would try to argue with him, and he's
Yeah.
never going to be argued
She
with.
tries to appeal to him.
That's right.
Street Initiative. Mayor Fisk is super interested in what the council thinks.
Especially those members
Making
who
roll
aren't
call
in
on
the
loyalty,
school.
baby.
That's
Sounds
so
like
fucked
something.
It sounds like an enemies
Just
list.
outreach. It says your
If
full
Colin
support.
Farrell ever decides to step
not,
down and you
let
don't
us
want to
know.
have any fucking stolen valor fat guys, like
Make
this dude is this dude is as a penguin figure though.
Oh yeah.
I think maybe Gandalf could kind of go for it. Look at him.
He's good. He's
Look at
not.
him.
Oh, we got some BB time. I want to see this.
Oh yeah, we got to bring her back into it. All right.
Yeah, so it's a blackout, obviously, and there's this one is that we have people actually boarding up their windows.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
we have
I was
people
downtown in the
like me
Loop
who are just
during
kind
the
of
riots
watching
in 2020. It was
Yep.
fucking wild.
No, it's crazy.
Show me your hands.
Oh!
What the fuck?
Yeah. Got a couple of written houses over here.
He's just a kid.
What on earth? Why would you shoot that person?
I mean,
It's a mass vigilante.
planning on him. Yep.
I can't believe I didn't didn't check what he did.
I mean, like I don't know how artfully this is. I just appreciate them having
they have the cojones.
having like a little bit of balls to try to
say what's going
say
on,
a little
right? You know,
Yep,
it's
just a little bit.
If you're gonna speak with any moral impulse, at least address the immorality in front of you, and they're fucking doing that.
And it's almost like this is what like all of these fucking comic books have been doing for
That's right.
years.
Yeah, I know.
And if you're worried about this thing being woke and gay, then you're fucking
due process is woke.
Then you're on the fucking wrong side of this whole thing, buddy.
It's just a drama.
They made that fucking dumbass
avocados.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's cute.
Oh no, it's a nice little callback to the old seasons.
Red Hook Charter 1855.
What?
Holy crap, it's a free port.
Oh my God, they're gonna make it a non-jurisdiction of the United States. Unbelievable.
Is that what it is?
Unbelievable.
Is that it?
That is ridiculous. I love it.
And something very, very Kingpin.
Yeah.
Very comic book.
Bending the law, having special exemptions.
Right.
Yeah. You were half right. He's going. They're taking him in as some type of authority.
Oh shit! Woo! Oh! Like he punched him. Like. Oh! My God! Ooh, damn. Okay. Ooh, okay. So that's like buckshot, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like because otherwise his back would just be fucking like lasagna. Oh man. That is him though. He's Frank the Tank. Like he just wants to just bulldoze in and not.
Subtlety is not the Punisher's greatest ability.
When?
Tomorrow, I'm leaving for Albany first thing.
Oh, so he's wiretapping his own staff. That's great.
Or is that her ratting on
Appreciate that, Sheila.
Oh,
the
maybe.
commish?
She's in the hallway.
Because she's. I think she gave it to him because she's like, because she's too fucking afraid of him, and he's gonna get fucking. He's done, dude.
I gotta tell you, things are not looking great for the good guys right now.
It's not looking too good, no.
The blackout in the city is an interesting effect. It's very well suited for Daredevil as well.
Yeah. Well, no, everybody's blind.
Yeah, aesthetically.
Everybody's in the dark.
His
You know what I mean? It's
blindness,
kind of interesting.
you're in the
you know?
dark. Yeah. Are they gonna try to convert him to their cause?
I don't know what they want to do.
I feel like Frank's always dead. Wow. Los is spooky.
He's hanging out. Wait, what's that? Los is spooky.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, you can do that with us. And you don't gotta run anymore. These guys fucking idolize you, man. They all do.
If Frank takes their offer, I'm gonna riot.
it's not. No, he's gonna say yes and then massacre all of them.
I wonder, can we blame the commissioner?
I love blaming people, says the elected mayor of the city.
Mm-hmm. This is Giuliani, like right here.
I can't wait to hear this.
Oh man,
Speak on it.
Yeah.
Speak on it.
out of your fucking mind, you know that? You're a bunch of clowns, you know that?
They are too. Look at them. They look like fucking idiots.
They're getting on my laws.
Yeah, I was right.
This is good. I'm enwrapped.
The
in
intercutting has always been has been
Never stopped.
remarkably well
Yes, I agree.
effective.
You know how I see the world?
Oh.
He's gonna do it himself.
Yeah.
What about you? You sorry?
Ooh. You're just gonna make him stronger.
Yeah,
You're just gonna make him stronger.
Oh, gross.
Are we gonna get?
No. This episode is.
They're going for it, man.
gross.
Yeah. We'll get.
Oh, they're all taking turns doing
Yeah.
it too.
I keep worried they're gonna come up to him like Justin for the watch.
Yeah.
Like, or whatever it is. Like everybody gets one.
Oh
Are
my
we-
God! I don't want to see that.
He's doing it. He's like, fuck. He goes, I don't need a car. I don't need a car.
Oh! Holy shit! Jesus fucking Christ! That is fucking gnarly, dude. Oh.
I'm frozen. I've been froze. Wow.
Ugh. I don't even know.
Wild.
I don't even know that I like that. to be
No, I mean,
honest.
like, well,
That's
no.
wild.
I definitely don't like it because of who it is and what blah blah blah. But like, that was so intense.
Do you remember I once asked you
what it was like living in the darkness? You remember what you said?
It's not dark. I'm gonna take this city back, Karen.
Okay. Go for it, Matt.
Start.
I'm digging it.
Like,
I
okay.
need an army.
I need
I know
an
that's not how you
army.
meant it, but you were just like, you're like, okay, big boy. Like,
He just said he needed an army. Is he gonna go? Okay, raise new like buddies or something?
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So the government.
Look at what I was able
That's
to do
right.
for you, right?
Yeah. Authoritarian dictator mayor cuts the power off to the city, commits a bunch of bloody and abusive and corrupt crimes under the
Right.
cover of night, turns the power back on, blames it on someone else.
Turned it into a place that we're proud to live in. But I need help.
No way.
I would like for you to be my administration's commissioner of mental health.
Jesus. Absolutely not. Heather.
No.
It would be my honor.
Oh,
Oh
my God,
my
Dr. Heather!
You're so against the vigilante. Yeah.
The thin blue line has broken. I will not allow
Literally
you to live in
broken.
fear.
That's
right.
His face. Like.
Enacting effective immediately all vigilante activity.
Already against the law. Don't know why we're passing new legislation
dealt
on
with
that, but
accordingly.
whatever.
New York City is under martial law. Now, the rule of law restored. We can go back to our pursuit of life.
Right, but you're never going to fucking give it up once you institute it.
I love New York.
That was great.
That was awesome.
It's
Like the
fucking
cutting of
wonderful.
the cutting out of like kind of like the background noise of the.
Came to believe that in exchange, given me a special destiny,
confession.
a purpose could save my life.
Probably. It's very confession coded. Though.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah.
Was
yeah,
me
yeah. I
needing
mean that's what it's. That's
I
what
like. Look at his posture. It's
Yeah.
penitent. It's. He's not proud,
Mistake.
you know.
he look well. He looks like he looks like he's almost ready to do this.
That's right. He's
You know?
penitent. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
Behind the mask, behind your eyes.
look at her love for him. Even if this isn't romantic, you can see.
Yeah, and if it's romantic, we're down too. you
Yeah.
know, like-
All of it. I knew you.
Whoa, Radiohead. Oh, activated.
Oh, I'm getting chills, man.
Oh, I
like,
love it.
Well, also because this has been getting memed to fuck lately.
Has it really?
Absolutely. They've had some really sick needle drops.
Yeah.
This
Oh my God. Yeah.
honestly.
And this is the same bar, Josie's, that they started at.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the team, I bet. Oh, I'm hyped. Oh, come on, give me like Luke Cage.
No. I mean, are they gonna do it?
Oh no.
Okay, they just got some good.
Some good cops in Josie.
I can't see my city.
Josie.
There's
Oh,
Kim.
okay.
Yeah. There's Cherry.
All right.
So he didn't kill these people. He's imprisoning them. These are presumably the city council members.
Yeah, just political enemies.
That's right. Yeah. We
Yeah.
saw the swordsman. Ah,
Got him.
shit.
Now they're both gonna have the most.
Now they're
decadent-
both eating.
the decadent fucking meal.
Ah, that's good.
That's great.
That's really good. We're doing like a montage of everything. Sheila.
I
man.
think that they're positioning like, or they're kind of taking stock as to where everybody
That's
is
right, that's
within
right.
the story
Fuck
to
Dr.
get us ready
Heather.
for
Get back.
for season.
That's
2.
right.
Oh, it's point next.
Oh man.
Interesting.
Yeah. You feel some sympathy for him,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he's
yeah,
still
yeah,
a
yeah.
psychopath.
Yeah. I mean, between this and Andor, I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Let's fight fascism. Like,
That's
come
right.
on. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. The artists are rarely fascist. This is good.
Ooh.
Oh, that's sick.
That's that. I feel like
Put it on my iPhone. Ah.
And like a very clear, like we're leading into this next season.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like we're anteing up, and now I am very much looking forward to that shit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
I'm hyped.
How's it going?
What's up?
Who's you talking to?
Where you from?
You gonna get a hold of this kid?
I can't.
I had a feeling, you know.
You too, yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Just a couple boys from the neighborhood.
That's
you know what I
right.
mean? Like
Yeah.
Anthony.
a little bit, yeah.
A
Little bit.
This is good delivery.
I'm loving this.
Yeah.
It's an honor.
No. Do not touch the man. You fucking idiot.
But they love Big. They love
I know, but
they're so stupid.
Yeah. This show
right here. It's done. They wanted to get one last thing in. Oh my god. Ending on Radiohead, it was fine, but they're like, we gotta get one more
chicken bone.
We need we need one more, like, just like holy, like, just disgusting arm snap before we.
Wow.
Well, I think it's another one of those things where they're just like, there is an element to which they are just like, we have got this thing back on track. It's wrapped up.
Yeah.
We're going in with all of this shit.
There's probably a non-trivial percentage of people who the marginal decision to watch media is whether or not the violence is like truly, I don't know, shocking like that. And they're planting their feet firmly in the I will show you fucked up things if you tune into this show.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, yes. I mean, like they did go, like, it was as R-rated as anything that I've seen. Now that we've kind of broken the Deadpool Wolverine ice,
yes,
and we've kind of fully integrated all of these other properties into under the umbrella of where like Disney Plus is now like kind of. They're grabbing Hulu stuff. They're grabbing all this other shit where there's like a ton of stuff. I mean, like, it was just, it was a move that they got to do. And so now but also within the context of the MCU, we're rocking with some of this shit.
We're in brave new bone breaky places.
Yeah, basically. I mean, before. Like, except for you definitely kind of feel it a little bit more in this one because in Deadpool and Wolverine, it's played for yucks for the most part.
Yes.
Yeah. And like, and that's fine. That's what it should be. But this is like more like, oh, like I'm having a really hard time. You know what I mean? Like, woo! What'd you think?
I enjoyed that immensely. I think it was a really powerful, moving, artistic end of a rewarding series. Or season. I enjoyed that enormously. I will say I'm going to speak on the violence thing really quickly because I just want to get it out of the way before we talk about it.
We can just. I mean, well, no, that's where I'm going to be pulling all the thumbnails from. You know what I mean? Like.
What I'll say, and this is if you watch the channel and you listen to me enough, right? Yeah. I am pretty consistently against grotesque violence, right?
Yeah. It's not something some people really dig it, and you don't.
Just like, it's not even a moral judgment.
No.
There might be some dimension.
Upsetting.
I just don't enjoy watching people be turned into slurry on camera.
Right. Word.
And what I'm gonna say is that the ratcheting up of violence, not only with the Frank Castle character, but I think the more reshoot production crew that we keep talking about, they are clearly more interested in active, violent content.
Very, very visceral. Yeah.
I don't think it's like so gratuitous as to be without use or purpose. Right. It didn't completely ruin the experience for me. But I found the head-crushing scene of the commissioner, who you might recall is like the only voice for good within the police system or whatever.
Like,
or resistance to the kingpin.
Right.
I personally, as a little baby bitch boy, found that just wild. Like, if I watch that again, I'm not going to even look at the screen.
Right.
You
don't want to see.
It felt like a Blumhouse or like a true grotesque horror film kind of thing.
It was a fucking Jason Voorhees.
Yes, you said that. Yes.
I mean, it was them. He's done that before. He just like, I just crush your head because I'm that mammothly small, large and strong and all that shit.
What are your thoughts? I only give that because
I'm with you. Like, I appreciate it. I mean, like, I appreciate it in the sense that like they want to. It kind of works in the sense of like there was like this inciting incident, and we kind of and Matt has kind of like. Basically sort of taken himself out of that world or tried to or whatever it was, and in the way that we have ratcheted up the stakes of this, the expressions of violence have become way more pronounced. You know what I mean? Like much more pronounced, and are at least reflective of the dramatic like stakes and sort of moving
the escalation
is
that
of it.
fair?
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Right.
And so I think that in that sense it like is grotesque, but makes sense for if they're like, listen, we're gonna kind of take a little bit of the kids' gloves off and we're gonna make like a kind of a really brutal, like kind of Daredevil story, and like and in that stripe and in setting the stage for this team to handle an entire season.
Yes.
Of this. We're like, this is the new.
This is the tone.
This is
the tone
this
now.
This is what we're stepping into with.
I'm like,
no.
I'm like, I'm not ready for this. I don't know.
I don't think it's gonna be wall to wall crazy shit or whatever it is. But like, it was something that they didn't shy away from in the Punisher series for sure, and they absolutely would highlight. Not, I think I would say like in reference to like season one is like brutal. Other than the car door, it doesn't do this shit.
Was
whereas like with this one, like we were in the Punisher show, they go for it.
Yeah.
They go crazy.
That's baked in though. If you're watching a Frank Castle story,
as you should, you know what I mean. Like this is where I might go in where I did enjoy it most in a sense because. Again, we've talked about this. Good action is about motivation.
That's right.
And I wanted Frank Castle to fuck up.
And we did want that, and we got that.
We wanted it, and we got it. And they were just like
it was cool too.
Yeah,
it was cool.
I mean, it was just, it felt satisfying. And I mean, for a myriad of reasons within the story itself, also within some of the other shit that we're dealing with.
That's right.
In the real
100%.
world, the fact that like these, like we're in an immensely frustrating time. And harrowing time at this point, and so like, and you're just like, can someone fucking hold somebody accountable?
That's right.
In whatever way it matters.
That's right.
Like, and I think that kind of informs,
and that might be fundamentally the moral premise of appeal for the Punisher. So maybe you're a big pun head now. You know what I mean? You're it's about accountability, moral accountability.
Free Frank. Hashtag free Frank. Free Luigi. Free Luigi and free Frank.
Yeah, I want someone to do like a spray paint art of Luigi Mangione.
No.
Frank
We're
Castle.
gonna like if we can, let's at least put Frank in one Luigi cap before the end of the thing.
That's right.
I mean, like, I think that
I hadn't thought of that.
Well, like in a sense,
I feel it, but I hadn't thought of it.
Because it's not anything that I would like 100% sign off on as whatever. But you can, given the stakes of which some of the in some of the things that we're dealing with, I do think that like you're like, yeah, fuck those guys.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, and so like again, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna fucking advocate that anyone do it. But that happened, sucks to suck.
Right,
and
right.
like, and so there's an element of that, and that was fun in that regard. And then yeah, I mean, like, I think it was just one of the scenes where they just this crew, the reshoot crew, they're just very fucking illiterate and aware of what they can kind of grab from, because some of the creatives, they got back some of those creatives from the Netflix thing.
Right.
Surprisingly enough, there weren't that many people that were initially involved with the original
that they couldn't get back.
Reintroduction. Or no, well, like, no, because I think they got there and they're just like, fuck me, man, like, and I think they got to take a little bit of time during the strike.
That's right.
Take a look at they were like, okay, well, there's not an editor strike, so let's see what we got.
Now it's a good time.
We'll see what we got, and then we're like, oh shit, and then also taking a look at what everybody's saying online. Oh, you're making a fucking Daredevil revival show and not having Foggy and not having Karen and not having any of that shit.
Yeah.
That's a little. It's a very, very big building block about what made the story work and made it important and made it and makes it special to people.
Yeah,
and so
not only for the original series as a production, but Daredevil doesn't have as deep a cast of characters as, say, a Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Where you could tell a Peter Parker story and cut out Aunt May. Yeah. And Uncle Ben, and it would be a little different because you wouldn't hear the great power or whatever. But you got Sinister Six, you got all these other people.
He's still got Mary Jane. He's got
the Osborns, whatever.
Yeah.
Cutting out Foggy and Karen from Daredevil is
taking away a lot.
Yeah, like I don't know how many legs are left on that stool.
Right.
At that point.
And he just needs to have, and we saw a little bit of that because she had to. They couldn't institute her into the rest of it because they had probably at least a portion of that first initial series that they kind of baked into, like, I'd say, like the middle from 2 to like 7, or something like the little chunk, right?
That's right.
And so I think that as far as like a kind of as a salvage production,
which is amazing, isn't it?
We just watched one made by the same fucking company that was a shit $1 billion fucking movie.
Yeah.
Way more than this thing cost.
That's right.
With fucking Captain America in the Winter, Captain America and the Brave New World, and the everything gets an and then. No, Captain America Brave New World, where like it was Now, granted, I think that their reshoots and the budgetary kind of let's just say like sheen or whatever was more able to congeal and match with that. But I just think that their writers were just more talented at making that shit work.
Yeah. Like the biggest casualty. So I joined Sean in his praise.
I would say that.
And I think that one of the takeaways from this, as kind of a media connoisseur, or like, you know, we actually might read a trade publication or something like that, right?
Right.
Is I am amazed that this worked as well as it did. I share that with you. There were some casualties though.
Yeah.
And looking back on the season,
100%.
Yeah.
It's not without its warts.
Right.
Yeah.
Looking back on the season now from its completion, I'm pleased. This is an excellent series. I recommend it. Yeah. Probably the best television from Marvel other than WandaVision. Right.
Yeah.
But it's obvious that Muse got basically surgery cut out of this. Excised from this.
They were like, what little I could totally fucking see like that maybe doing like a couple of inserts and Muse didn't initially die in the office. Like I could totally see him have either or maybe he's captured but he gets loose and they gotta kind of they gotta do another thing or whatever.
Who thought that could happen to a man who had mastered Taekwondo? That was such a weird dialogue. I don't know.
Yeah, it was funny. I mean, like, I'd say that the Muse element, while I enjoyed it quite a bit. Like, I liked the look of the character. I liked how mysterious he was. I liked this interesting kind of macabre horror-based element. Obviously very contemporary, very new, something kind of interesting. In that
was a cool... I was excited to learn about it.
It just ended... It just was very, very dramatically inert, like in the way that it ended.
That's right.
And stuff. And it was very... It seemed like it was clipped.
It was cut.
It was clipped. And so... But it made room for the fucking... What Vanessa and Wilson are like the steak.
That was great.
The steak and the fucking pasta. There was a big hearty thing that they were like, there's something that we could just be doing more with this stuff. Let's spend the money. Let's get John Bernthal back. Let's get Deborah Ann Worrell back. Let's get everybody back into this thing because they do. Again, also there's an element to it to which there is such good, meaty, dramatic shorthand, and just the fact that these fucking actors have been working together.
They're good.
So long. And they can just the same thing with everything. Every time him and Wilson were together, they can just...
They're still great.
Like, we just had fucking... Like, this is what... I remember somebody was talking. It was, like, one of the first times that I think somebody had, like, illustrated or made a mention of and kind of had just talked about musicians. They were talking about Radiohead, this older guy who I looked up to a lot. I was, like, about 18, 19 years old. I was getting ready to go see a Radiohead concert.
Yeah.
And he was just, like... And he was just saying, it was like, yeah, man, because even at that point, they'd been playing together for 15, 18 years or something like that.
They were in a band while they were still in high school.
Exactly. And so he was just saying, he goes like, I mean, the thing is, he goes like, because he was talking about like, he was like, yeah, like there was this one record, like it was like the record after Kid A. I can't
Amnesiac.
remember. No, not Amnesiac. The one that's after that.
Hail to the Thief.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Hail to the Thief. No. I could be. No. We went and saw that one, the string
that
quartet.
Was great. We
and
saw
that was great.
We saw a
string quartet. Radiohead show, but it was awesome. But it was like, yeah, you know what? Like, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but those guys have been fucking playing together so long, and they can kind of congeal so well. Yeah. Like, it's just worth listening to, even if you don't necessarily dig it 100%.
Yeah.
And even if there's other stuff that you like better from them, their shorthand together is so fucking like tight and efficient. In tune, and that is how I feel.
Charlie Cox,
Deborah Ann Worrell, Vincent D'Onofrio, John Bernthal. Like they just fucking can make this shit work in ways, and I do think that the writing, given what it had to do and given kind of they're like, okay, like we're gonna get them in, we're gonna kind of cheat, like we're gonna use our relationship with these characters that has pre-existed to kind of get us in there. But I thought that all of those scenes were very well done.
I think so too.
And I thought that it matched.
It didn't feel exploitative. Remember when they were going through the records, I was like, these guys are clearly they glow the trio in light in the first one, with nostalgia. They're clearly willing to kind of dangle this thing that we love in front of us.
But they were doing that because they were going to shatter it in 5 minutes.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
That was exactly what they were supposed to do.
I love the return of that stuff. I have a proposal for you. I'm going to go through characters.
Please.
Kind of top billing to bottom billing. And I want you to do a A through E ranking of your combined performance from this season and your excitement for next season.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Matthew Murdock.
A.
Wilson Fisk.
A.
Karen Page.
A. B plus.
Okay.
Like, let's go B plus.
Foggy Nelson. That's a sad one.
You mean as far as like,
yeah?
Do I think that they're gonna do it and what they're gonna do?
What are your vibes on all these characters?
Oh, I mean,
people
like,
love to fight for their stand.
I mean, like, I think him as a kid, them kind of trying to fundamentally change it. It's a little more of a complicated answer.
Yeah.
But I would put that at like unless they do some shit where they bring him back to life or something like that. I mean, like, I'm going like, CB or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think it's necessary. I think that however they want to bring him, however they want to reinstitute him, whether it's through flashbacks, whether it's through literally bringing him back from the dead,
That would be
or something like that. I mean, whatever. I mean, like, it's any of that stuff. I think that if they can, however they reinstitute him, like, I think sometimes the idea of Foggy is actually better than like actually dealing with him. But you know what I mean? Like in some, I mean, I do think that I think we have like just the teensiest bit of like rose-tinted glasses about some of that.
Well,
Netflix
we lost
shit.
him. We lost our beautiful boy.
I'm talking about like when people think about the Netflix show.
Yeah.
Like whereas there was occasionally some stuff where I was like,
it's a little boring.
just a tiny bit.
Okay.
But,
let me go on.
Yeah,
let me
but
go
that's
on.
where I would say that. Yeah.
All right. So Frank Castle.
B.
Baby Gandalf.
Baby Gandalf, kind of low key, like wriggled his little evil ass way.
He's like an eel.
Right? Yeah. Like I mean, like I would say like low B, high C, low B territory.
Okay. Dr. Heather.
Oh, F, man.
Really? That
I
bad?
mean, like, well, no. I was disappointed in her. It's good, meaty, dramatic shit for her to be involved.
Yeah.
It's like that's a good hook.
Yeah.
That's a good.
It gives you
dramatic
something
hook.
to do too.
Yeah, I mean, like, and something to wrestle with. And so,
Matt Murdock in the second season is like, I'm literally fighting hell, fighting City Hall, and my ex-girlfriend is there.
and my ex-girlfriend is in the cabinet.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus. I'd say C.
C?
Like,
Okay.
I think. It depends on what they do with it. It depends on how they employ it.
Vanessa Fisk.
Vanessa Fisk, like low B. She was interesting in this season.
I liked her.
I enjoyed how they had to kind of redefine how she sort of operates in here. She was becoming more and more privy to Wilson's dealings and stuff, and becoming more and more okay with it, more and more enabling of it.
Yeah.
And like when she just like said like, yeah, that guy who fucking finger popped me like a couple months back that you've been keeping in his basement. Finger pop. She did. She's like, you know what I mean? Like, and she just blows his head off, like, or whatever. Like, it was like writing it in blood.
She's
like, we are
on the
a
same
power
page.
couple, which is again, I think the movie I was waiting for like one more kind of dramatic crescendo in which she was like a casualty, and that sets off Wilson.
Yeah, you did mention that.
That's what I was kind of expecting. However, them as a power couple, a fully integrated and activated crime syndicate.
Yeah.
You know,
eating their rich pasta and
political
sausage.
juggernaut together. They're gonna be such a bunch of fatties. Like when we're done.
This is kind of a play for the meme image, but as much as I morally disapprove of Wilson and Vanessa Fisk, when they're like holding hands or being power couple or eating their stuff, I'm like, oh no, they're hot. I don't want it.
No.
But they're very good at it.
We don't want it. Yeah, we don't want that.
All right, two or three more.
Yes, please.
Phoebe Urich.
You know, it could have been. There wasn't a lot of it.
Yeah.
But it was there for some flavor, some continuity. I enjoy the relationship between the through line with Ben and her kind of taking up this new, more modernized mantle of it. I enjoyed C+, B-, I'd say.
Poindexter.
A.
I think it was great.
A.
Yeah, very good.
I think that and to me, and again, to be completely fair, like a C for me means like
it's average.
Well, and it means like it's just doing its job.
Yeah, that's
like
right.
it's kind of filling sometimes. Listen, the steak is the star, and the asparagus is just
there to
a
play
little
role,
something,
baby.
a little something to give you a break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's perfectly good. It's whatever. And so that's not like a knock necessarily, but where sometimes there were just people doing their job, and then there were some things that I was genuinely impressed with.
Yes.
And I thought that he was genuinely impressive.
I agree as well.
As a force, and also again seeding this this kind of more interesting, and they did it in season 3 too. I just wasn't. It was probably also coming off of the fucking the 03 like movie, like you know, like that was the last Bullseye media that I'd seen in between. Bullseye, I never miss you.
All right, last one. There's a bunch of other people we could do, but last one for me is Kirsten, the other attorney at the firm. Because she didn't have a lot I will combine. Go ahead.
Underwritten. Like, you know, like in a sense.
Don't know a damn thing about her.
I cannot even. This isn't on the actress.
No, she's great.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
But I would say like a D plus, C minus.
All right.
Shit,
and then final one I guess is Baby Tiger.
Oh, Baby Tiger. I don't know. I liked her intensity. I feel like she was like, I don't know. She's gonna come back into the story, I feel, because like they would,
I wonder.
They would not have
No, hear me out.
That's fair.
The reason I doubt it. Is it
too violent to have this little kid?
She's clearly a product of the original production team.
Yep.
Her and Kirsten.
Very plucky.
Yeah. Well, it's a child,
that's what
right?
I'm saying. No. And the other show is a pluckier show.
That's right. It's a more courtroom procedural one.
Yeah.
And I don't know that there's space for snapping arms like chicken wings every 5 minutes, Daredevil, for a little 13-year-old girl
to run
around
or it kind of like because we did have, that was what I kind of enjoyed about the scene where Matt and Frank were fucking guys up, like because they were both like in their own show.
Yeah,
like where he goes like, my show, I shoot guys 15 times in the head, don't stop. You know what I mean? Like, and with his it goes like, I'm subduing people, I'm snapping a couple of fucking bones here and there, whatever it is, but like I'm clearly, this is a martial arts heavy, like long take heavy.
He's trying to subdue people,
you know what I mean? Like,
not to murder them.
Yes, exactly. Not murder them to death.
What are you thinking about for season 2? What's exciting to you?
I think because it was two things. It was either we're gonna fucking kill Vanessa, you know, because Vanessa has been clearly kind of like, because Vanessa stepped out.
That's right.
In a certain sense, and so it's like when a character kind of steps out, they're gonna get that fucking hand cut off.
Right.
And so that's why I was sort of expecting something to happen to her, and then we have like a truly like unleashed like Wilson Fisk, like, which I think is interesting. But I think there's two ways that you get here. You get there either by that or her full backing and support and knowledge, and he didn't have to be ashamed about being a gangster.
That's right.
Anymore.
Yeah,
and
that's a very good way to say that.
You know what I
that's
mean?
Right.
Like he's not ashamed of being a gangster mayor, like at all. Like, you know, like the and so I think that's how you also get there. So fully activated king.
I like that a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
I hadn't considered the shot where they settle down in their basement cage complex, which is interesting.
Like the fact that like they were kind of, I don't think they're in the same, because for a second I thought that they were like in the same room, because if you guys are gonna come down and eat while I'm chained up, I'm going, hey, you fucking stupid fat bitch. Like, they would not have a single moment's peace while they were down there. But
you're right that it's interesting. There's always the dynamic of like, will she leave him? Will he lose her? And he's obviously coping and dependent. But in this, as I pointed out, the Radiohead song, which I love that was a targeted drone strike on my millennial sensibilities. I fucking loved it, right?
They did a montage with one of the most iconic Radiohead songs in a fucking Daredevil show.
And it was good.
And no, and in a Daredevil show that can fuck. The show is good. And and so that's about his main line. It's like that was like if you were to be like, hey, so you want to make something? We're gonna like make like a little thing in we're gonna punch in something in AI for Scotty's birthday. What do you think of it? And I'll be like, just like a Daredevil montage with the Radiohead song. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like
he's completely
all
right.
of his favorite things. The only thing you would need is the only thing else you would need would be a long blonde in it, and then you'd cover all the bases, right? You know what I'm saying? But like,
the guy's right. The guy's right. You know?
But I think that he was always afraid of losing her acceptance.
But now they're in their right place.
Absolutely.
And it's interesting, I think bad guys up right now, good guys down.
Yeah.
Right? Punisher is in jail. Matt is
for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, God, how
that was so funny that they had.
Why would you touch it?
That they snuck it in like in the? I was like, I will say this: it was fun to watch. I'll watch corrupt cops get their fucking.
That's right. Yeah.
But it was like you didn't even really need it in a sense.
I think it's payoff for. You have to remember, as I said at the beginning, that there's some marginal audience that really likes the level of hyper-violence that is associated with the Frank Castle character. I find Frank Castle frustrating, whatever, it doesn't matter.
But for reasons that are bad.
Yeah.
For reasons that are not cool.
But they have, dangled a carrot in front of these people all season, and they want to make sure that the payoff is worth it for those edgelords, right?
Right.
And you know what? Edgelords, you're eating good, man.
No,
that's great.
In a sense, and there's two types, because like they want to be like, okay, all of you guys that have been like sitting there fighting with these fucking dipshits online, being like, no, the Punisher would not be cool with fucking with extrajudicial fucking murders by police officers and shit. Like he holds them to a higher standard. But also, we need to satisfy the people that need a little bit of comeuppance and a little bit of like something, and then also we need to drive the point home to anyone
watching
who is
this
dumb enough to think and knows that little about the fucking property that this Blue Lives Matter shit
bullshit would fly for 1 inch with the guy.
For 1 second with this shit, with the creators or the character itself is insane. And so they kind of had, and they're just like, just in case you forgot.
In case you missed the point.
It kind of sort of. Again, they didn't need it, but it was still kind of fun. So I think that a fully activated
Kingpin is exciting.
And just his fucking balls got to feel like concrete.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like, and so that is interesting. His grip on the city is about as tight as it could possibly be. And so operating on the back foot, Team Daredevil. And listen, I don't think that they're necessarily going to do this. I think it's one of those things where it's like, listen, we spent the money to get some of these particulars back. We were not originally going to do this, I'm sure, at a pretty relatively quick turnaround. We had to get everybody back in line. You got to pay those people a lot of money.
I bet they did.
And so, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
And like, there's an element to where, because we were kind of looking for like a Luke, like I would love a Luke Cage. Like,
sure.
I'd love to bring him back.
Love to see Kristen Ritter.
And Kristen, but I could also understand if they're like, we're cool, we're fine.
Yeah.
We got Frank, like I could see them maybe kind of just keeping, and Iron Fist, you could just stay there. Like, you know what I mean? Like
not you.
not you. I'm sorry, Finn. I'm sorry, Finn. What's your face? But like, I think that, so in that sense, I think it's dope. I think that we're kind of, now that we kind of are really kind of on track with the type of show that they really want to make, and that they are committed to making.
Yes.
Like, I think that it speaks well for this. I'm super excited. I'm more excited for season 2 than I was at just the idea of season 1 coming back.
Oh, that's very well said. Yes, that's exactly right. In fact, I would double that down on that. And I would say when they were announcing the Born Again series, I'm a big fan, but I was also like, wow, it's been 10 years. Or however long it's been, right, since we started this. I'm like, this feels like maybe a little desperate, a little cash milky. But when we watched the first episode, I was instantly like, this is great.
They got me.
I'll say, exiting the first season, I generally feel that way.
Yeah.
Like, this is not only a pleasant surprise, but it's something that I think might improve upon the original, especially because the original series had some episodes or moments that really dragged or felt flat. They were rare, but they occurred. And this whole first season, other than not the penultimate, but the one prior.
The seventh, like the wrap up with the Muse shit and everything felt kind of flat and.
But other than that, the whole time I was pretty in this.
It was enough variety and enough stuff. Like, even they did their due diligence. It was like, we're gonna have one fucking episode that's basically all courtroom shit. We gotta do it. He's a fucking lawyer.
He's a fucking lawyer.
Wait, we gotta kind of do something.
My client is the White Tiger. To wrap it up, I'm not only looking forward to the second season of this, but I'm looking forward to Marvel television products maybe making a stylistic commitment and return to some type of, I don't know, consistent form. Because I'm going to tell you, you were talking about Secret Invasion before we got on here. I didn't even watch that shit. But like, sometimes this stuff feels like slop, you know? Like,
I think that I think this is among the first efforts of the kind of like recalibration.
Yeah.
That it feels like
recalibration is good.
I think that's because I do think that they sort of, I don't know, they put a lot of their eggs in a bunch of baskets. Like I genuinely believe, as much as I now have retroactively softened on Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like, because I had a good time with that series, but I was like, that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, now it's like it's like a sterling.
It's much better than other stuff.
Right. I mean, like, it got some things so good. I mean, like, I would rather rewatch that than watch Brave New World.
Yes, I agree.
You know what I mean? And so, like, because I thought it was dealing with more interesting things. It had more.
Well, you get a lot of buddy cops.
But also, I think also need to get into like Sam as Cap shit and just seed that more. Yeah. Quickly. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't give Sam Wilson enough time in his own fucking stuff.
It's been tough, man. Like,
it's weird.
And so, like, in that regard, like, I think this is among the first elements to which they are like, okay, like, let's take the fucking temperature back down a bit. Let's fucking stop trying to just cast this insane wide net about everything, and we can kind of like rein some shit in and really get some quality control with the writing. I feel like it was a monstrous feat to be able to wrangle in what they perceived as a, you know, as an uncompelling bit of TV that they were on the way to making with the first season, making it into something and capping it as something that was that works, that feels like where they end on this thing as far as like, yeah, like, I mean, it was still relatively smaller-ish stakes, like with some of the stuff. I know the Defender shit, they got into some kind of whatever, but like Wilson Fisk owns fucking New York.
It's awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
and
again,
like, and that is for a Daredevil story. That's
perfect.
It's exactly where you need to be taking the story, and it feels like a natural from the Netflix thing, and not like shirking it away. A nice like trajectory that makes sense. This Wilson Fisk was always trying to become the mayor.
Yes.
Whether he knew it or not.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so it sort of kind of, I think that they did that. And again, it's impressive. Again, because like my interest was piqued, but I was a little leery. I'm more excited for the second season than I was at the initial of the first one. So we just want to say we appreciate y'all very much for hanging out with us as we've gone through Daredevil Born Again. If you guys want to get early and gonna connect with the next big thing, again, the next like resistance show that we have is Andor.
Can't wait.
We're gonna be rocking those starting next week. And man, oh man, am I fucking excited. Maybe some of my favorite fucking Star Wars shit of all time, and easily one of the best shows that Disney Plus ever produced. We're going to be reacting to it. We hope that you guys stick it around over here on the premium streaming tier. $8 tier gets you full and access to all
so much stuff on there.
A ton of stuff over there. But we also we're doing The Last of Us in the bar, y'all.
Oh, that's
which
fun.
has been like, fun. But you know what we mean. We got that. We got a bunch of other things kind of like coming down the pike, a bunch of cool new shows and shit like that. So we hope you guys keep it over there. But if you can't do that, you still want to help us out, you can hit us with like and subscribe, ring the bell thingy, because that shit always helps. It never fucking hurts. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us, and we will check y'all later.
Ciao.